Hey Assassins, recently I did a tier video and it was quite a popular video and people in my subscriber chat said to me, Animus.mobi has got one, you should do a comparison. So I thought, why not? So why not go one better and actually get the creator of Animus.mobi here to do the tier list comparison as well. So I'd like to introduce Rob, the founder and creator of Animus.mobi. So Rob, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
I'd just like to say, like, obviously using this site back in the day, this is just wow. Like, it looks amazing. It really looks amazing. It's like massively upgraded. It looks absolutely epic.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I will put a link down in the description for this website. For any new player, this is just your bread and butter for Helix Rift events. It's amazing. It tells you what heroes are going to be in the event, what sync bonus you'll get, and it'll even run a calculator to show whether, if you're going for cubes, whether what mission to do for cubes, or if you're going for points, what mission to run for points based on, you know, the amount of chests and the sync bonus. So it's an amazing website. So just make sure you show it off, and yeah, give it a bit of love. Buy them a cup of coffee. So, right, let's get into it. I'll get my tier list up here now. So it's just a D. We're just going through the Ds at the minute. This is going to be a little mini series. So, Rob, first of all, you've put Maximo in D.
Yeah.
I put him in C, just for the pure simple fact that I know he's a common hero. He doesn't offer much, but for somebody who's starting a new account, I thought he's probably a little bit better than some of the heroes in the D category.
Yeah, I think for me, the problem with Maximo is he's like a victim of not getting any T5 gear for his weapon or his armor. So I think his skill set is pretty sound when you've got the stealth and the assassination. You're giving yourself a chance to get past 9 enemies, which is great. And I think if they gave him a T5 weapon and or armor, I think he'd be much better. It's just,
I am right
yeah,
in saying he's the
once you
only
get
one
into the
with an
hard stuff,
ability as well, and he has got an ability, hasn't he?
yeah.
He can increase his attack and lethality. Oh, and just by the way, before I go any further, this is the gentleman that took away lethalticity from you. Okay, you're all doing hashtag bring back lethalticity, but this was the gentleman who told me how to pronounce it properly. So if you're going to blame anyone, blame Rob. All right.
I'm
But
sorry, everyone.
I'm so glad I can say it properly now. But yeah, that was the reason why. I've been saying it wrong for years, and I just couldn't see why I was saying it wrong. Right, yeah, no, that's a fair point. I was looking at it more early game. The fact that for the first 3 regions or something, he could do a job for you, so that's why I didn't make him completely trash. But
Yeah, he's good. He's good in the early game. I'll give you that.
yeah, so right, but I agree with you with the tier 5, 100%. So second, you've done Constance. I think I'd put her in a C. As well, I think she's got a nice little ability where she can increase her attack. Not bad for getting around the map, but again, I was more early game. Yeah, that was why I kind of just ranked her in the C and not the D.
Yeah, that was a borderline one for me too. She's not terrible, but it's just she's very one-dimensional. It's like she just free runs and that's it. If she gets in a fight, she's not going to get very far. Yeah, she's got the self-heal, which is pretty nice. But yeah, just for me, a little bit too one-dimensional. Like you say, probably fine in the early game, but as soon as you go up against anything high level, she's just not going to help you at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably. I think if I'd done a tier list just off of pure ability, that she probably might have been down in a D, but I kind of factored into a little bit of it like early game. So for people starting the early game, that some of these heroes, if I put them in D, they'll probably shy away from them when they could actually help her get through a little bit of content. So
Yeah.
that's the way I was looking at it. Right, this next one, Rob, you broke my heart. This is one reason why I wanted to get this video done. How the hell have you ranked Georgios in D? Really? I mean, for someone who I know you've put in B, and we will get there later on, I ranked Georgios in B on my list. Please, why did you put him in D?
I don't know if this is a personal bugaboo of mine, but like axe users are great in that they hit hard. It's just as soon as the enemy starts hitting back, you are in a lot of trouble. And for somebody who's got like full T5 gear, um, and hits decently hard. I was just super underwhelmed by using him. I don't know if I had particularly bad luck. I know he's got the light armor, so as soon as he gets hit, he's not going to last very long. And I just, yeah, as soon as I was going near anything difficult, he just wasn't helping me very much. And I guess you can get away with him in the early game a bunch, but no, for me, just again another one-dimensional hero. I think most of my D tier are very one-dimensional heroes, and just not great at what he does for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the squidginess. For a laugh, I mean, I've popped quite a bit of extra training into him, and I tried taking him into Story 28, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. But like for even region 5, like when I managed to get a tier 5 weapon on him, he hits like a freight train. He really does. I think someone who you pair him with a healer, you use the exploit weakness, and I mean, I've seen him crit for 17k. He's an absolute monster. And it broke my heart when I see him on the D list. I was like, no, because I was even having a little message with Sir Alex and Khaleesi, because she's doing a new playthrough. And like, Sir Alex knows how much I love Georgios, and was like, oh, speak to Charlie about him, it will change your mind. And I think she was going to give him a bit of a run out because of that. So yeah, it broke my heart. But no, that is a fair point. I think he was my first level 50 5-star, and I managed to get my first rune material was the actual weapon to craft his weapon. So it just, I fell in love with him because of that, and he used to just melt content for me. And obviously, probably being slightly OG players, we used to do the DPS All Stars Helix Rift event, and he carried me through that. Absolutely carried me through that. So yeah, that is a little bit of a love, but I'll forgive you for that. But
he was so close to being a C. Sorry, Georgios.
Yeah, it is the squishiness. I do understand that. As I said, when I tried Story 28 with him, it did not go well. Magadalia, we've both put in a D. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, really. Just, extremely one-dimensional.
Just super basic for an assassin.
It would be all right for the first region or so, but yeah, I mean, you get Aguilar as soon as you start the game, more or less. So like, she's instantly outclassed by him instantly. Hammed, I actually think he's better than Faris. I ranked him in D as well. Just this class, for the amount it was forced on you, was just absolutely shocking. It's just been a bugbear of mine. Like, you go into Region 5 Legacy missions, I think it is, and like all but one mission requires you to take in a disarmer, and they've given you 2 absolute terrible heroes for it. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have to say anything on Hammed, but he's a bit of a meme, I think, really.
Yeah, I think it's a problem with the whole specialist class in the game, is there just really isn't a point to it, because all of the specialist things can be done better by heroes who aren't specialists.
Yeah,
if I want a disarmer, I'm not bringing a disarmer.
Yeah, my catchphrase is just use Lupo. So yeah, I mean, Isabelle as well next. She's just a healer, does nothing special, nothing that anybody else can't do. So yeah, I ranked her in D as well. I was a little bit shocked about Saeed. I like him. The fact he can take out multiple enemies at the same time just kind of adds a little bit of a different dimension to him to other assassins. And I used him in a Helix Rift event once. I think it was the Hunter's Hound, and I was gobsmacked of what he did. So yeah, I mean, is it just the one-dimensional thing again for him?
Yeah, he's kind of very similar to Magdalena for me. Like, he's going to assassinate. Yeah, I like the spear. Obviously, a shame he doesn't have a proper T5 spear. The Myrmiden's a bit of a halfway house. But yeah, he's just, like you say, one-dimensional, not giving me a lot. Again, he was close to being a C. It's just not giving me enough, I'm afraid.
I think you've probably upset quite a lot of people with Tarquin. I put him in B. I know a lot of people that absolutely adore Tarquin, and yeah, you put him in the lowly depths of a D tier.
Yeah, he's another one very similar to like Georgios, where he packs a wallop. In early game, he's great. He's got a really good health pool. He'll get you, you know, through a couple of regions at least. It's just the same problem. Like as soon as you get to a decent standard and the enemies start hitting back, he's not going to do a lot for you.
Yeah.
He'll help you early. Yeah.
Nakatas is next on your list. I mean, he for me, I've put him in C. He was borderline for me. I think he seems to pack a little bit of a wallop. I think that's the only thing that made me put him in the C tier. Apart from that, he just offers nothing that, as I said, someone like a Domingo can do all his abilities 100 times better. You know, I think he only provides initiative in one room. Am I right in saying that? Is that one of his abilities?
Oh, he's so bad.
Yeah, it was just like we didn't know what to do with this hero, so we're just going to do this. And I think that's a lot of syndrome that a lot of these heroes have got, and that is, yeah, they just put them in for the sake of it and didn't really get creative enough with them.
Yeah, I feel like they'd already made his skin for the Hunters Hounds events. They thought we've got it. We might as well make a hero out of him.
Yeah.
And then didn't give him a T5 weapon, which hurts him a lot. I tried to solo story 26 with every hero, and there's only 3 I couldn't do it with, and he's one of them. He's really bad.
Yeah, it is a shame. It does seem like that there's potential in so many of these heroes, but they seem to release them with such a just I don't know, with just such like little imagination. I think would probably be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Right, Alexis, is it Alexi? Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm going with Alexi.
Alexi, yeah, I've got him in D as well. I don't know what he does. I generally don't know what he does. He's absolutely shocking, absolutely shocking. Yeah, I don't really think there's much more to add really on that. He just does nothing. There's not one situation where I've been like, he's actually helped me out.
No, he's got everything wrong with him. He's he's a specialist. He doesn't have a T5 weapon, and that's like as bad as you can be in this game.
Yeah, I mean, with the introduction of Region 5, like, if you've not, and especially now Grandmaster's difficulty on Helix Rift Defense, I think when someone hasn't got a T5 weapon, it massively shows. It's like a massive flaw in their armour, and it just, the damage is just, the difference between the T5 weapon and the T4 weapon is night and day. You're looking at on some weapons like 2k damage. And I think, when a hero's not got a T5 weapon, it just gives them massively.
Yeah, Natakas and Alexi both definitely due a weapon. Hopefully they'll move up if they get one.
Yeah, possibly. You've got, is it Angela? Truthfully, I've put her in that. I don't know what she does. I've never really used her. She's a common hero, isn't she? I'm right in saying that.
She's a rare. But yeah, she's just, again, not giving you much of anything. Considering she's fully T5'd out, a healer who's not giving you a whole lot of healing.
Yeah. And plus, there's just plenty that can do healing so much better in this game. And definitely. I think that's something that some heroes suffer from. I mean, obviously, I will go into that a little bit further up. But that's I agree with that as well. Right, Garchon the meme. He is just a meme. He actually hurts himself more than he hurts the enemy.
Very literally, yeah.
Yeah, literally with his ability, he takes more damage than he actually deals out. He's just a meme. He's just, he looks awesome. But even his HQ perk is shocking. You don't even get that big of a discount on the potions, and it still takes him. I mean, I've not ranked him up really. I think he's sitting at a level 30, but it still takes him 7 hours to do a potion, and you're just like, really? So
yeah, it's so niche. I think if you like combine him with maybe Alexi in the potion room and put Alexi in first, and then Gershon, you can probably do like a quick small potion, but it's such a niche need.
Yeah, and I mean, early game, I think potions are so important, and that's the thing that annoys me. Like when I was playing early game, and you're rushing Helix Rift events, or you're going into Helix Rift events and you're slightly low, the potions are so hard to come by. and it'd just be nice if there was a more accessible way of actually crafting them. It might actually make these heroes a little bit more viable.
Yeah, for sure.
And right, Alonso finally in D. I put him in C. I only put him in C really for the pure simple fact that obviously when I started my account, he was just my free runner. I found him extremely useful for at least the first two regions. He can lockpick. Is it lockpick or disarm?
I think he's a lockpick.
I know he does one of the abilities. So for me, he was the person who lockpicked for me. He could obviously get around the map reasonably well. He can stun enemies and get a few attacks off. So I mean, that was more of a nostalgia thing, I think, from our rating. So yeah, I can see why you went where you did with that.
Yeah, I mean, in his defense, his agility is great. I think he has like the 4th highest agility in the game. But again, badly needs a T5 weapon. Super one-dimensional. As soon as you get in a fight, he's not going to help you at all. No T5 weapon, light armor, bad combination.
Yeah, little damage, massive whacks. So yeah, I mean, what I'll do is I did rank one of these heroes that you've put to be confirmed. So let me just move my thing up a minute. Obviously we've not touched Adewale at the minute. I put Apollodorus in. I think I put him in C. Did I put him in C? I can't find him. I'm sure I put him in C. I mean, I tested him as a 4-star. Very basic, very boring to play, but I think the wise cancel ability could come in really handy at some point. I think that is going to be something that could kind of make or break a run for you sometimes if you've got him in your team, because he obviously increases its health and attack, isn't it, by 12%. Well, what I've got him at level 4, rank 4.
Yeah.
So I think that was quite a nice ability, but again, it was just such a boring build for a hero, and that's what's irritating me at the minute. The game's moving on and they're introducing heroes that are just so boring to play.
Yeah, they're kind of forcing all these specialists on us, and here's another one they've just pulled out of the depths of one of the games.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's just kind of, he's a spear user. Is he going to be good at combat? I don't really know. Mine's rank 4 too. That's why I haven't tested him yet.
yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm making, obviously I can't even 5-star him in this event, even if I get the maximum amount. I think I'm going to be like 45 fragments short.
Yeah.
I've already crafted his weapon though, so it would be cool to see how he does handle himself with a T5 weapon, but I think the wise cancel could possibly push him higher in a tier list depending on how that actually interacts with certain heroes. But yeah, I think I did put him in the C tier just because he wasn't as bad as some of them on the D tier, but he wasn't really any better than any of the others. So
Yeah, I'm guessing B or C, but I would probably guess C. But we'll see.
right, well there you go. That is the D compared with Rob from Animus.mobi. So we are going to obviously bring out a little series where we do B, C, and so forth. So if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the thumbs up button, and obviously show Rob some appreciation on the website he's done. So thank you ever so much, Assassins, for tuning in. Take care, good night, and have a nice day.